And we are live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all had a fantastic day and welcome each and every single one of you back to the stream. Chat, so we're back here on some Destiny, even though we're not playing at the moment. There's a Bungie stream that we're going to be doing a watch party for. I also made a new watch party scene, which you guys will be seeing in just a moment. But yeah, chat, it's about to start in about a minute and a half, so we're going to quickly switch over. Not going to be doing a super long intro today. But yeah, I hope you all have been well. I hope you all have been taking care of yourselves. After we're done watching the watch party, we're going to go in and play Destiny today. I believe we also have the final quest for the Ride of the Nine, which will give us the seal that is going to be new for Ride of the Nine, Eternal, I believe it's called. And on top of that, we're also going to be getting the new non-area engrams, which will open. But anyways, chat, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, chat, this is about to start very soon, I believe within the next minute. And it's starting. Right.
You've never been there, and you know every inch of it. It's the farthest either of us have been from home, in distance or in time. You're gonna get a call, an invitation only you can answer, and you'll say yes. They arranged it so you would never say no. Choice is real. And every choice you make will lead you here. To who you're supposed to be. Eyes up, weapon.
Alright, dude. Bungie knows how to make trailers. Bungie does know how to make that trailers. Hi, DMG.
Awesome. Hello. Welcome to Bungie. Welcome back for our second live stream for The Edge of Fate. What you just saw was our launch trailer. We are 14 days away from launch. 2 weeks. Pretty insane. Today we're going to be talking about what activities are on Kepler. What can you expect from world tiers as you're going through for replayability? And to introduce that, we actually have a wonderful human being on the couch next to me. Did I introduce myself? My name's Dylan. Hi. Your name is Robbie. Hello. Let's actually get a real introduction for you. How you doing?
Hey, Dylan. It's great to be here. I'm the.
Well, why does DMG look like he's
and,
representing McDonald's? Bro's got like a red colored jacket, yellow colored shoes, and yellow colored socks. Kind of looks like
a new course
Ronald McDonald.
To some new frontiers here with The Edge of Fate. Just 14 days away. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
right?
It's awesome. Yeah.
I keep telling folks on the team, it's like, we got 14 days, and they're like, wait, huh? It's already here? So today we're going to be looking at Kepler. Can you give us a quick overview? What are we going to be looking at?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at some of the free roam experience on Kepler, and we're also going to be taking a sneak peek at the end of one of our campaign missions that is replayable in the post game after you complete the campaign of the Kepler experience. We're also going to be talking here about our world tiers a little bit, which we've talked a little bit about in the stream, and we're going to talk about a lot more here today. And so what we're showing on screen right now is the world tier difficulty selector that's on the destination.
Brave,
and so
legendary,
right now
feeble,
we're in the
mythic.
Fabled difficulty, and so Brave and Legendary, you can play through the campaign, you can play through the main quest, the story of the release, and Brave
Multiplicity,
or Legendary doesn't
galvanized
matter.
courage.
But after you do
Combatants
that, you're
with
going to
base are
unlock
encountered. Okay.
Fabled and Mythic difficulties.
Minus
Now, the
30
difference here, though, is with these
Mythic,
difficulties,
minus
power
40
is fully
Banes.
enabled. And so that means when you step out of either Brave or Legendary, you're going to probably be able to do Fabled. Most people will be able to do Fabled. Some people might need a fire team. But if you want to play Mythic, you're really going to have to climb power. The difficulty really escalates, and then the gear gets better. And so if you're hunting for that, that tier 2+, 3, 4 loot, right, you're going to be needing to play and Fabled Mythic to find those higher tier loot.
Yeah, let's get some combat going. Really quick, what is the state of our fire team? You were mentioning we're in Fabled, so this is going to be after they've already done their first playthrough.
Yeah, so this fire team has played the Legendary campaign. Right now, they are inside of the Gorge, which is one of our 4 major regions of Kepler, and they are in free roam
4 regions.
right now, and they are going through one of our free roam encounters. And so the other thing I should call out here is within these free roam encounters, there are reasons to basically go back through the destination using your new abilities in new ways. And so, sorry, can you ask me that question one more time? Like, I feel like I answered it, but then I segued into something else.
I said, what state is our fire team in?
Oh,
post-campaign?
Yeah. We're post-campaign. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, we're hunting higher tier loot and gear here on the destination, and they're also doing some of our post-game quests. So both Fabled and Mythic have their very own quest associated with them as part of the post-game. That are one part of like completing the Triumphant Seal to earn some exclusive cosmetics and emblems, but also these world quests unlock some additional loot in the game as well. So specifically the Mythic quest that's associated with that world tier unlocks.
We've got a
variant
Matterspog Bane,
armor
very
set
interesting.
for the Kepler armor. So as you're playing through the campaign and throughout the experience, there's a 2 and 4 set piece bonus on the Kepler armor set. Once you complete that Mythic world tier quest, you unlock a variant of that has a different set bonus and a unique shader on it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and for folks that you didn't tune in last week or you haven't heard about gear tiers, set bonuses, we have a full blog article that went live last week. Go ahead, visit that, check it out. So when we're looking at this activity, this is going to be a free roam mission, right?
Yes.
And these take place in places that are regions on the destination.
Yes.
Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so I talked about it a little bit before, but this is the Gorge, and so the Vex have actually put a big security lockdown on this entire region inside of Kepler. And so the fire team right now is basically breaking through this security lockdown. And so each of these regions feature multiple of these major encounters, is kind of what we call them, these free roam encounters. And these are kind of like the scale. Ooh, just got try to get through that security grid, and he did not make it.
Yeah.
Each of these major encounters we have are kind of like the size of roughly like a lost sector.
How did you
but
die
ultimately,
again?
They're more complex. They have more mechanics. That you have to use the destination abilities to solve some simple puzzles and encounters inside of them. And generally, they have pretty thick combat, especially on the Fabled difficulty as well, where we start adding more enemies, tougher enemies, and also there are Banes that are applied in the World Tiers 2 that are actually exclusive to Kepler. They were built specifically for this content.
That's awesome. Yeah, and then as you're going through these sorts of free roam activities and exploring Kepler, what other side objectives or objectives can pop up?
Yeah, so the way we kind of are thinking about this, right, a lot of this outside of doing the seal, the triumphs, and things like that, and mysteries and secrets, which we can talk about here in a minute, a little bit more, is it's about gear pursuit, right? It's about earning that higher tier gear, chasing power, and so the way we constructed these regions, there's these free roam major encounters, there's tougher enemies that appear, there's HVTs that pop up, there's destination materials to loot,
High value target.
Material called a faded
Took away
cipher
Gambit,
as
but
well.
gave us
And so
high
you're
value
gonna be
target.
combining destination materials that you get from basically doing almost anything inside of the region alongside faded ciphers in order to be able to purchase specific items at the destination vendor called the Altar of Relativity.
Altar of Relativity.
That's a lot of
Okay,
names
dude.
and words.
Lots of
and
proper
yeah,
nouns.
If you didn't catch this, I know there are going to be breakdowns. We'll have a recap in the TWID, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, and so what's cool about this is that in the post game, there's a focus that we created, and so basically basically, through the vendor, you can go and look at it and be like, okay, today's focus is the Gorge, which the fire team is looking at today. Most of the materials that you're earning here can be used to purchase gear, or you can convert your other materials you might have from other regions in order to convert it into the Gorge materials to buy stuff. But every day it's going to shift. That daily focus is going to shift. And so a little bit later in the stream, we're going to be seeing a part of Exile's Accord, which we've also some of our content creators and influencers showed as well.
I wonder where we've
some
seen
of
that
their
before.
content parts of it. But basically, of the 4 major regions, the daily focus will shift day over day to basically kind of change.
Can I not just mountain ton jump? Oh, what are these? Oh, just a swarm. Okay.
Yeah, and since we're on the topic of rewards, you were talking about like the currencies and the vendor.
Yeah.
You had mentioned before the stream, actually, there's a new form of attunement for the destination as well.
Yeah, so something that was really important to us was like it just, we want to make playing what we call like the action game, like actually experience in free roam like this and the mission.
I thought he was
content,
about to fall off the map.
Like when you earn that piece of loot on Kepler, as
My
you're completing these
God.
activities and just got nuked.
No, I'm so happy that
yeah.
they're dying because they were like, this won't be too hard. And it's like, oh, world tiers? Let's introduce them at a higher difficulty, shall we?
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, exactly. Yes, this is Fabled pushing back a little bit. They're having to think about what they do, and they just used actually Matter Morph in order to open up
At
a
least it's
pathway to get around
selective
this
and you have to
vast grid that
choose
opened
how
up the middle of the
to,
encounter. But anyway,
what difficulty,
we were
unlike
talking,
Neomuna where you're just like constantly
specifically-
minus
I'm sorry,
15,
remind me,
minus 20.
Attunement, thank you. Yeah, so basically, you're going to be able to attune at the vendor a specific piece of gear, armor, or weapon, and any drop on Kepler that drops a piece of armor or weapon will have a chance to be that gear. We just wanted to make sure that as you're playing through the destination, as like you're carving your own path, you're figuring out your own farm routes inside of each of these 4 regions each day of the week. We wanted to make sure that, like, hey, if you're looking for the Giver, that auto rifle that's coming with the Edge of Fate here on Kepler, it's like you have a chance to get it anytime a piece of loot drops.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so you had mentioned just a minute ago about secrets and the depth of the destination. I mean, I'd love to hear, go ahead and expand on that.
Yeah, so like it's funny with like secrets and mysteries, like you want to like talk about it a little bit, but like not too much
No
to
spoilers,
like
right?
spoil it.
Yeah.
But I think like the thing to scratch at here and poke at here is is like we've talked about the destination abilities a few times, and so with the world tiers and the fabled and mythic difficulties throughout the destination, there are secrets and mysteries, like basically all these little alcoves, these little locations, these side paths, these hidden rooms, all throughout the destination that you can go and discover. And there's a lot available just within the campaign experience. Like if you want to play through the campaign and take it like really slow, and as you earn abilities and look around, you're going to find a lot of mysteries to solve. But we also wanted to make sure that in those higher world tiers in Fabled and Mythic, that it felt like this expanding expansion of that content that you have. And it's basically like, hey, you have even more abilities than ever. You can now peel back the onion of this world to discover what's at the core of it. And so we really wanted to make sure that it felt like there was just more and more to dive into the more you unlocked inside of the post game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So in our rehearsals, we never managed to get this
Dog out
perfect
here
timing,
shadow
but we have
skating.
perfect timing. I would love to shift
Please
to
shadow skate
campaign.
again.
We're going to be taking you about midway through campaign mission here.
This is a shadow skate
A quick
place.
note for the audience: if you're avoiding spoilers, we have disabled our VO. We have disabled our subtitles. We're trying to keep this so you are discovering the story as it comes out with the Edge of Fate and our new saga.
Okay.
So as they're getting loaded into that, I'd love to ask you just a couple more questions about free roam in the regions.
Yes.
What other things can happen in regions outside of campaign?
Yeah, so one of the big things that happens inside of these regions are side quests, which we've only talked a little bit about. And these are basically ways that flesh out more of the characters of the world, more of the stories of the people and of the place and what's happening on Kepler and what's been happening with them before and what might be happening to them in the future. And basically what happens is as you're completing these regions as part of the campaign and you kind of start to unlock more of them, these side quests will start to become available. And so these side quests are available to you at any time. So again, like I was kind of mentioning earlier, like you can either take it really, really slow and take a really long time to get through everything the release has to offer, or you can just like beeline the main quest, beeline the critical path, and then when you get into the higher level world tiers, all of these side quests are now available to you. As we've been like play testing and closing out the Edge of Fate here, it's been really interesting to watch different developers and people play test the content. Myself and Blake Battle, one of our executive producers, he and I we're just like beelining it, right?
Yeah.
And then we get to the end and we like pop up in that and we're like, look at all these quests to do, while other people like want to take their time and like experience like the full story of every single little piece.
So
the
we're
destination
actually
has to offer.
we're getting into the campaign right now. And speaking of beelining, we've seen a ton of questions about
Gouge.
getting Raid Race ready. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Raid Race is going to be coming out on the Saturday after launch. I believe it's the 19th of July.
Yeah.
What difficulty should players play at to get ready for race?
Yeah, so if you want to be power ready for the contest mode race for the Edge of Fate, you're going to want to play the Legendary campaign. And so when you step out of the Legendary campaign, you will be power ready at that point. Now, if you're gear ready, that's up to you, right? It's like how far you want to go down that rabbit hole.
And that dovetails into like replayability for the story missions and the campaign missions and how that bakes into world tiers.
Yes,
right?
Getting that higher tier loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something that was like really important to us when we were thinking about replayability and what like aspiration means within an expansion, we really wanted to change some of the formula. Like we wanted to take some of the formula that we think works well, but also change other pieces of it. And one of the really big goals for us was just giving you more reasons and just easier ways to play, just some of the best content we built. This campaign mission is at the end of the Exiles Accord region. This fire team is taking down a giant Exiles prime servitor who's running some of the Archon's dark matter operations. Sorry, all minor spoilers.
No, it's cool. Life is probably jotting this down, getting ready for a lore dump about the Fallen, all that kind of stuff.
But this is a really fun like multi-phase boss encounter that they're orbiting around this giant servitor, and we really wanted to set something up that this doesn't just was like a one and done kind of thing. And so things we've kind of done before that we're going back to that we think work well, there's going to be multiple weekly missions that you can play that are larger missions. So we have a capstone mission for each of our regions. We also have some bookends at the beginning and end of the release that the overall like length of them and complexity, they are very similar to Legendary campaign experiences from the past. So something new that we did though for this release though is we also have a bunch of additional story missions that take place during the campaign and you're first introduced to. These are shorter experiences, but they still have like huge impact on the story, moving the story of the main quest into Kepler 4, and also help you to unlock different abilities and things throughout it. And so in the post game, in the higher level, in the world tiers, we actually have a story mission playlist where you can go in and it's like a rotator and you're rotating through a bunch of different randomly selected story missions that are about 10 to 15 minutes. Some people can, if you're going really fast, can get them down a little bit shorter. And those missions are actually one of the best sources of those faded ciphers that I was talking about earlier. And so the other thing I mentioned earlier too is we have specific quests for both Fabled and Mythic, and these quests are going to take you through some of the big campaign missions, again, to experience them with new modifiers, because we're curating modifiers and banes and things like that every single week on the destination to have a little bit more of a curated experience, but then also those quests introduce some like new encounters as well. And so, sorry, like I'm going a little bit all over the place. I mean, some of this is just like so much information, so much to talk about. But the thing, like, again, I want to like drive home here is like we wanted to give you really strong incentives to go in and play the free roam experience, to extract materials, to play our story mission playlist. It's called the time lapse mission playlist, to earn faded ciphers, but then also to have reasons to go in and replay some of our biggest campaign missions again through the weekly missions playlist, kind of like the heroic stuff we've had in the past.
And on the stream last week, we talked about how as you're unlocking the destination abilities, you carry those forward after the post game, so you can go in and replay and then have some of these things available, right?
Yeah, that's a really good note, and thank you for hitting on that. Like the way we designed this content was the campaign slowly stepped you into these different abilities and unlocking different versions of them and higher tier versions of them. When you're in the post-game experience, we intentionally designed puzzles and encounter mechanics and things, and like even in this boss encounter, there's multiple times that they've had to use Matter Spark to like get into the vents and stuff below this area and pop up through the world. And through the campaign, you would actually have to go and find like a Matter Spark pad to activate that. And that's actually kind of part of the puzzle. It's teaching you to kind of look at the world and think about the world in a different way that is intentional. But then in the post game, as soon as you complete the campaign, you unlock Matter Spark anywhere. And it's basically like your souped up sparrow for the destination, and being able to summon Matter Spark anywhere means you can actually like sequence break some of our puzzles and sequence break part of our missions, and that was like entirely intentional as a part of the design. And to be honest, Dylan, like the fun part about this too is like we're not 100% sure in some ways where people might sequence breaks things that we might not expect, but like that is just that was intentional from the design perspective. That like we want people to be able to do that.
It's the magic of like the sandbox in Destiny. Of we don't know how players are going to take this ability with this destination ability with this combatant, et cetera, et cetera. So. I think I would love to ask you as well. So we've gotten a lot of questions from players where they're like, oh, you had mentioned like this is comparable to a Rise of Iron. Like, how does that actually break down when we look at the Edge of Fate and Kepler? Like, you had mentioned depth and secrets and a bunch of different things. So.
Yeah, so I think like you and I were talking about this in
Rise of Iron,
where like that comparison is just to give us like a ballpark of where you want to make. But at the end of the day, it's like apples and oranges between what the Edge of Fate is and what Rise of Iron is. So when we've talked about that, we've generally been speaking towards like the size of this destination and the depth of the campaign.
Am I getting an Iron Galahon back?
Experience. Like this is one of the deepest destinations we've ever built before, and that is why we've been making that comparison to Rise of Iron in that way. But also in terms of being like a little bit bigger. But also like the game is very different today, right? We have an entire portal, we have an entire offering that is there with a bunch of new content, new gear, new things to do. We have the raid with the Edge of Fate, obviously, but then we have the epic raid coming in the major update with Ash and Iron, which we'll talk about more in the future. That just it permutes and expands the raid and expands on the story of the raid. It is new content. It is.
Am I seeing lep emotes here?
Back for the base raid to build that experience, and so again, the Rise of Iron to.
Am I seeing lep emotes
little
here?
bit apples and oranges, but we also are thinking about like the collective packages of what comes with this release, because the game is very different from what it was like back.
So we have the free roam missions, we have campaign, we have secrets, we have a lot of questing, that kind of stuff. I'd love before we wrap up with our campaign mission to talk a bit about what else players can expect in terms of destination activity.
Yeah, so we've seen y'all talking about it. Like we hear y'all, and this is one of those things where like we wanted to hold this back. For
Can you give us the name of the raid?
Moment for everyone when it appeared on the destination in the post game. But yeah, let's just talk about it a little bit. So there is a destination activity on Kepler. It is, I'm not going to name it here. I just want y'all to see it when the game goes live. And it also, and part of that is because like it does relate to some of the story inside of the campaign, especially near the end. And so we wanted to be careful to not unintentionally spoil something if we showed too much of that activity. But anyway, the way to think about it is like it's kind of its own thing. It's kind of unique, but it's kind of a blend of activities like Vex Incursion and Wellspring. And so this is a match-made activity with 3 players. You're going to be using some of your destination abilities and some really chaotic horde mode inspired elements, but there's also some mechanical elements and there's some boss encounters. But it's going to be one of the best places actually to earn rerolls of the exotic armor that's coming to the Edge of Fate that you get from the Legendary campaign, and it's just highly rewarding in general. And so because we wanted to make this activity really rewarding, it is also technically time limited. But on the Kepler map, near the center of the map, there's going to be basically a preview that tells you like, hey, when does the activity become available? So you're going to know exactly when you can jump into the destination activity in order to like focus farm those things that you care about the most.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. We've already wrapped up our campaign mission, and now we're actually going to be moving over to Portal, Power of Progression. So Robbie, thank you. Chat, thank Robbie for joining us today. And now we're going to swap some folks in. We'll see you next time.
See you later, guys. Thanks so much.
All right. So as we are swapping out, I want to talk about these 2 new exotic weapons that we see on the screen. You saw some of this in our gameplay preview that we just had. We also had some creators, influencers, that kind of stuff coming in and speaking to the hand cannon and the scout rifle. Hand cannon is going to be through an exotic quest on Kepler. No spoilers there. But the team was talking about, oh, hey, here is our overall goal for the weapon. It's for those who are looking for the perfect 3-tap. As for the Void Scout Rifle, that's going to be a part of our new rewards pass. This is just, I'm not going to spoil that either. There are some reviews from our sandbox-minded creators. It's a fun time. So, all right, let's move on to Portal, Power, and Progression. And I just looked at our 3 new guests in that order. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, a couple of you are new, but we'll start with you, Ben. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Dylan. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. For those who didn't see you on our reveal stream or previous Vidocs, can you give a quick overview? Who are you, what you do?
Yeah, I am Ben Womack. I am the core game creative director. I am the one like helping all the teams that are making the core experience and all the components in the portal and in Edge of Fate as well, like worked well together and like pushed the game forward into like this great new foundation. I'm really excited to talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. Yeah. Next on the couch, brand new to our chair, You've never been on anything, so first time you are meeting the community. Everyone in chat, say hello. Nutty, welcome.
Hi, I'm Nutty. I'm one of our sandbox ability designers. That pretty much means that I work with Vivian and Eric, who were here last week, to develop anything that the player is doing outside of armor, weapons, and combatants. So today I'm going to talk about all the modifiers and additional banes that we've been working on.
Awesome. Last but not least, we got Alan Blaine. How you doing?
Hey, great. How you doing, Dylan?
Oh, you asked me how I am? Thank you so much. Really quick introduction for everybody out there watching. Who are you? What do you do?
Sure. Hi, I'm Alan. I'm a principal designer, and for the last year, I've been leading the team that's been taking all the cool banes and modifiers Nutty's team
I've
is
seen
working
this
on,
guy before. I've seen
combining
this
them
guy
in a
somewhere.
UI, with all the activities from the activities team, both new and returning activities, making sure that you get good score while you're playing those activities, and then that score turns into loot with cool seasonal power and gear tiers and all the great stuff that you're looking for.
Stellar. So we have some content on screen. This is what players are going to see when they sign in on day one, and this is our introduction to the portal. Ben, I would love to get just a quick overview for those who may have missed that reveal stream. Like, what is this space? What are we aiming for?
Yeah, so the portal is very exciting. We had this vision of making a new front page for the game, for Destiny 2. And so we really want to make as much as we could available, like just in a couple clicks, and not having to dig down to find the content that is new or featured, or like you're bringing your friends are playing, or something like convenient that you really want to like go to a lot. Like we have a button for the tower that's right there, fastest you can get into. We also have Edge of Fate in the upper corner, of course, which is like the new expansion for the launch right here. We have this huge like quick launch panel in the lower right that is rotating between new activities, like probably the fastest you can play Destiny ever, aside from right when you like start for a very first like new character.
Kind of reminds me of like the D1
play something right
UI
away
where you had like
and then we have
the
actually a
strikes
very,
here,
like,
and then you had like
nested depth there
a couple
with
of
all the
planets
ops
here. I mean,
categories
you
on
do
the
have a
left, which are
planet
all
here,
different
but
kinds of
it has
things you
like
can
the
play in the portal
kind
that
of
are hooking to all the new systems
shortlisted
that,
activities here.
that Alan and Nutty have been talking about.
Awesome. Yeah, really quick, I'd love to go just line by line for Solo, Fireteam, Pinnacle, and Crucible Ops. Give them an introduction.
Yeah. So Solo Ops is like a new thing that we're doing in the Edge of Fate launch and for the core game. These have activities that are designed to be played by solo players. They're only one-person fire teams, and they're intended to be content that if you just like have a few minutes, like 10, 15 minutes to play Destiny, and you want to go on and like feel satisfied about your time, get some great loot.
Bro, who gets
you're gonna
on
go
to
to Solo
play a
Ops and,
video
like, have
game
that
for 10
opportunity.
minutes?
It's going to be like a really great concise like experience.
If you play
We
Siege,
also,
you won't even go
you know,
past
if you
shader caching.
don't want to have like the think about having a fire team for some content as well, you can be assured that this stuff is designed to be played by one player. And so it's like, it's going to have challenges, going to have difficulty and modifiers and such you can customize and really great loot to get. But it's a challenge for you, individual. And I think that's really exciting, like alternative to some stuff in the past. It felt like I want to play but I don't have any friends, or I'm trying to find someone I have a lot of time, and we have another like niche for people to fill if they're in the mood.
Yeah, awesome. And then next up, we have Fireteam Ops.
Yes, Fireteam Ops. So, like, just talking about fire teams, like, quintessential Destiny is playing with 2 other players, a fire team of 3, right? And so we have all of the activities in Fireteam Ops are a 3-player fire team. We have, like, classic strikes in there. We have like missions from past expansions, like in Europa, like the Empire hunts. We also have like onslaughts are in here. We actually scroll down more. There it is, the coil. So past seasonal activities coming back, and like integrating with all the systems we've been talking about that we're going to talk more about, so that they're like available for you to get new loot in, to work on your power climb, to basically just like have a great time in whichever way you want to.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, since we're already in the screen, let's go ahead and get our fire team set up with our activity. What are we playing today, Nutty?
We were going to do the Dark Priestess Empire hunt.
Awesome. So here, I'm actually going to pass the mic over to you and Alan. Let's get some bans, some modifiers, all that kind of stuff set up. Really quick, can you introduce each of these sections for the different modifiers, and then we'll go and kind of pick and choose what we want?
For sure. So we're starting at a master activity, and this is 300 combatant power. The first row there that has all the selectable icons that you can change are challenge modifiers. These are things that will increase the combatant power and add some additional
card of
difficulty
July
to
15th. This
it.
creative
The
decking
first
is
one
looking kind of scary.
are Banes. So here you decide what Banes
I
are
mean,
going
dude,
to
we
show
haven't
up.
played
We
the
paired all of
expansion
them
yet.
as like 2 combos that either work well together or at least interesting. Today we'll do Threaded and Caltrops. So Threaded is where, as you damage the combatant, it will spawn Threadlings, and when it dies, it will throw out a few more.
And there's
Threadlings
things
at the
I
same
like, there's
time.
things I don't
And
like. I
Caltrops
don't like some of the
is a void
changes.
area that
We will have to
gets
see it in the live
spawns
game.
near you,
All I
like
can say is
between the
like,
combatant
get
and then when
armor
it dies, it throws
before
out another one.
Edge of Fate
So something
launches
to make it so
because
easier to
armor
get
is
up
going
in
to
the air or
be
keep
a
going.
lot worse
So,
and a lot harder to
Starting
get.
with retaliation.
Yeah.
If I die, you're coming with me. Pretty much. All right, next up, what do we got?
And you're
let's
gonna
do
want
subtle
different
foes.
stats
So
because the
this
stats
just makes it so
that
when some of the enemies
matter are not
far
grouped
away from
together.
you, they will be invisible, and that helps them get into close range.
Buddy, they can't
or
even
if
play
you
their
wanna
own
use using
campaign
long range
missions.
loadout,
What do you
you
mean?
won't be able to deal with them as much, so you might want to bring some close range.
And
or
they're like very invisible. Not like,
yeah, not like a little bit of player stealth, but just
Yeah.
like you don't see them.
yeah. You really have to like pay attention to see them from long range.
What else do you want to do? Yeah, let's do Glass Cannon. So Glass Cannon is kind of a fire team equalizing one where it only punishes the person who's doing the best. So if you have that buddy that, clears the strike ahead of you or is getting all of the kills, well, we're actually going to give him a debuff where he will just take more incoming damage. And if you are a little bit closer with your friends, then that's actually a catch-up opportunity where maybe you take over the kill lead and now you're the one suffering a little bit and kind of a fun.
So if I'm playing through this
Hey man, I'm not
activity
gonna
and
get a
after
single
kills,
kill in the entirety of this
I'm putting
game.
a bit of a debuff on myself.
Right.
I'm just doing exactly what I do.
Yeah, true.
And maybe I'm letting you finish a few of those.
Yep. All right.
What else? Let's do one more. Chill Touch. Yeah, so we were talking about getting the enemies into melee. So this will make it if they hit you in melee, you will suffer a stasis debuff and slow down.
Awesome.
And that pushes the power all the way up to 360. And those things are also increasing the potential score that you
This
can
guy,
receive.
he
So the
was-
score is what drives the reward.
Right,
I
so you
promise
see right
finding
here,
new vintage
when we
rifle
picked that
piece
last one,
before
we
the
picked Chill
stream.
Touch,
Yeah, what makes you say
the
that?
gear tier you're going to earn went from tier 2 to tier 3 for this activity. So it's really important to pay attention to what you're earning.
Yeah, so you know what you're going to be getting.
Is
if you
A
achieve
the
that
highest,
score.
or can I get like A
Yeah,
plus
and
or
this is,
something?
like, we've talked about this last week on stream about approachability and making it easier for players to understand as they're getting in. So a lot of UI treatment. Shout out to our teams that have been doing this to show you combatant power and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, tons of love and passion went into that.
You missed all the questions.
let's
Yeah,
look
bro,
at
bro
player
was lost.
Do you want to take this?
Oh yeah. So player stakes are the next category down, and they're more about the player's interface with the game itself. So things like locked loadout. We have no HUD is an ability that we added here, so you can play with no HUD for a little extra score bonus. And these are things that are really sort of letting you sort of tie one arm behind your back while you're playing. It's not making the combatants more powerful. It's changing how you're playing the game.
Oh, by the way,
You
did
can start
they
with no
fire
ammo,
the
you can
previous
start with
host
locked
to buy a
loadout.
new car?
We'll
I don't know,
be
dog.
Putting some more player stakes in Ash and
Wait,
Iron.
oh, the Andy Salisbury? I don't know what Andy's doing.
Go, you're going to talk about it first, aren't you?
Well, no. You can have.
I have no idea what Andy's doing. I know DMG got a
Move
promotion.
on to the
I
next
just don't
bit,
know
'cause we
what
talked about tying one
Andy's
hand behind
doing.
your back.
Talk about no HUD later. Go ahead.
Okay, but in the next bit, this is what you get to do with your other hand. So here are the things that benefit you. Let's try Livewire. This one is one of my favorite. It's a combination
Also,
of
things that
the,
benefit you
sprint for
reduce the
amplifier
challenge
that you add in
multiplier.
Nether, along with inherent ACDC feedback fence. So we buffed up the enemy's melee capability that hopefully they'll get up and
On the
punch you.
vintage
Well, now if they
Starfinder
do,
team,
we're just
maybe.
gonna
Yeah,
shove them with
dude.
lightning.
Sounds
So
like
kind of
it.
balancing out that additional challenge that we added and a different benefit that will kind of counter that and make it so it's actually a little bit easier for me.
yeah.
What else can we
I
do?
mean, apart from
Killing
memes, do we
finishers are
really
great.
care, like, what Pete does
Just
with his
another
money?
way to get back
I mean,
health,
he's
or
fucking
if
earned
you
the
know,
money.
go
He
in for
can
that
choose
finisher
to do
and
what
take
he
damage on the way,
wants
then
with
you'll
it.
Fill back up, and let's do one more. And sure, hypercritical.
I mean,
is
I get the
pretty fun.
memes, but
This
do
one is
people actually care beyond
a
that?
little bit tough. I
don't think so.
It makes it so that the enemies will take less non-precision damage, but more precision damage. So as long as you're hitting your shots, it's easier.
Awesome. And then Ben, we actually we noticed this a bit earlier. There's one more modifier up at the top, and that's actually limited time, right?
Yeah. So this is a accelerator that this is a double bonus focus. So
Can't wait for
second
a
drop
to
from the
post.
bonus focus activities. So this is
8-tier
we will have,
ultimate
the
difficulty.
calendar
Have a good
for
loadout of
accelerators
beat
that are
kick.
on for a given week or day that will apply to the whole portal. And
If
have
you
different
fire
benefits.
people, then buy the
And
cards.
we're
It's
also gonna
company
have more of
monies.
those for events and
No.
other things going on in the game.
I mean, he
You can
still
get another,
can't buy
fresh twist
cards
or
from the company's
incentive
money,
to,
can he?
see what's going on in the game and get some
He still has to buy it from his own money. Yes, like if his own stock options increase and if his own
I think one of the modifiers we saw during our rehearsal
shares
was,
increase, then yeah,
bonus to Suros
makes
weapons,
sense,
too.
but-
So it's a bit of there can be loot bonuses, there can be gameplay bonuses of more power behind certain weapon archetypes. It's pretty fun. So stay tuned
I
to
mean,
our calendars.
I
We'll
honestly,
definitely
on a
send out
personal
points.
level, I don't care
A
who
week of a
works at
cool
Bungie.
theme.
As long
Let's
as they
get
keep
launched
giving
in
me
and,
the
and actually
game
start taking on some
that
of this
I
stuff.
know and love, I don't care who's going behind
yeah,
it.
please.
They know about their company better than I do. I don't really
I think on the stream, but
get a say in that.
Example of something you
Me
can
rioting or
engage with if
complaining
you
about
want
it is not gonna help the
because
cause.
It's a challenge. It gives your score more opportunity.
If they feel that they need to fire 70% of their workforce and then turn the game into absolute shit, that's their call.
With the character and the gunplay, and
Whether I play their game, then that is my call.
All the modifiers you're selecting to do.
This fate of Destiny 2 makes me scared. Yeah, dude.
About, enemies have chill touch, but I'm gonna have live wire to counter it and create these cool little gameplay moments that are really something that you choose for how you want to play for really awesome loot.
Yeah, and Alan, when we were talking through some of these modifiers, we've taken an inspiration from a ton of different places.
Yep.
Like No HUD in particular, shout out to Sammy Cat.
Yep.
Called her out last week for all the bows we were showing off, but also No HUD.
And
Sammy Cat is
we're
jumping.
hoping to get a bows only loadout modifier coming in the future too. We really do want to look at how people are playing the game, whether they're creators playing on stream or people playing at home, and really try to let them set up the challenge for themselves, how they want to do, right? Whether it be challenge modifiers, stakes, or the boons.
Yeah. How often are we going to be adding more modifiers to the portal?
Well, we're going to have some new modifiers coming with events. And we're going to be adding new modifiers with the mid-season update with Ash and Iron.
Yeah, a major update. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working on them pretty constantly along with the rest of the team. So it was every few days that another either Bane would come online or modifier, and we'd have to go playtest that, which was a pretty big playtesting lift to try all these combinations and make sure that there aren't any rough edges when you combine some things that maybe we hadn't thought about when we were initially designing them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff that players will find that we won't. We're accepting that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have our challenge for Esoteric or Mork or a couple of the other high skill creators of what can you throw on to make this difficult and can you actually complete it?
Right.
So it'll be fun watching those playthroughs. Ben, paired with that, how often are we going to have more activities being added to the portal?
Yeah, so we want to regularly refresh the portal on so that, there's stuff coming online on somewhat weekly cadence. We're going to have kind of a weekly new stuff coming online for the first few weeks, and then when events come in, they're going to have big changes lots of new modifiers or portal-wide effects. Some are going to come with activities as well, but we're also going to be every major update. We're going to have new activities that come in, and we're also going to have shakeups of existing ops formats. And we're going to have a really cool new activity that's
Stop
paired with
yapping
event
and show me
that
what I'm
actually
gonna play
launching
after July
not right
15th. The
now,
state of
but I think
detail
it's
is
really
near.
fun. That's going to
Same
be
shit, different
an
packing.
exemplar of hey, we're shaking things up. Here's a brand new thing.
That's Destiny
In
for
addition
you.
to all of,
Been doing the same
classics
shit
of
for the last
Destiny
10 years.
bringing out.
Not just new activity, a new activity type that you've never played before.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so this is all talking about what you're going to be playing in the portal, and
We
we're gonna
get
be moving on to
one
power and progression,
one
so
new
one
good
year
activity per year, and
which
that's a
is-
raid.
People love
And
loot.
that's all good, and that's
Lee,
the
thank you so
entire
much for
reason that
joining
people
us.
play
I'd love to give you
Destiny.
just,
Had it
anything
not
else you
been
wanna
for
say
raids,
before you leave?
if raids were never into
I
existence,
definitely
Destiny
wanna
would
shout
have
out the
died
rest
like
of
10 years
the,
ago.
Sandbox team, not just those of us that were working on additional modifiers and bans, but
We are so
the
back, we are
testing
fucked,
lift,
we are
had
so back, we are
everybody
fucked.
across Sandbox disciplines.
Nah, dude, we're so back, it's over. We're so back, it's over.
Possible.
It's the same story
And
each year.
I wanted to re-emphasize how impactful some of the modifiers can be.
No, it's like the story for
specifically
every
thinking
single
back
game.
to
Gaming
what
in
we were just
general
playing
is just
in live
extremely
with,
down at the
attrition
moment.
modifier in Prophecy week 1, because
Like,
when we
look
moved
at
to
almost
Prophecy
any
week 2,
category.
my fire team had gotten so accustomed to killing enemies and having a little health pickup on the ground that we had to play that final fight completely
Oh, well,
differently.
that
and
it
use
called
cover
World War
way
II in
more
Game Pass?
because we
Yeah, but
couldn't
are
just
people
kill
really
some
gonna
enemies
play
and run
it?
through them to fill back up.
There's
Normally,
also
I would
like
think of
so
attrition
many
as a
other
lot more of a
gods, but
challenging
how
modifier,
often do
but
people play it?
turned out that when we were toggling things off and on, it turned
I
out
didn't
to
know
be,
about it, though.
more beneficial to us than we were anticipating.
People are
I
playing
am
it.
still on the side of
I'm amazed.
attrition,
I'm genuinely amazed.
Is challenging to me, and when it goes away, I'm like, oh, hey, fire team, let's let's go for it.
And if that makes it too hard for you to get your rewards, then just you toggle it off here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about like what you're comfortable playing with, and also what your style is for, and your build, and what your mood is too. Like we're giving a lot of player agency to that.
Right, and speaking of player agency, so
There's
I
a
would
thing
love to
called
see your
nostalgia.
feedback, like what ones are you engaging with, what ones are you
I didn't
enjoying
have
more,
fun
what
while
ones feel
playing it
like
the
they
first
are
time. Why would I
actually
have fun
rewarding to
now?
do, and what ones feel like we could punch them up a little bit, because that's.
Do you not remember that fucking LMG on
Well, thank you
shipment?
for joining us.
Where
Chat,
it would
everybody
like tag
streaming,
enemies
thank
through
you,
the
Nutty.
wall and then dealing
We're gonna
damage
swap
or like
off
getting
and
kills I
get
can't
our
remember would like
progression,
automatically reload your LMG from
so,
reserves?
Thanks
Like,
so
do
much.
people just
While we're doing
forget
this
about it?
transition, Ben, I
World
would
War
love
II was
to
like
ask
the
you
so
what
dog shit. I
activities
didn't play
can
COD that
players find
entire
in
year.
Pinnacle
Like I
Ops?
played like a little bit.
So Pinnacle Ops has at Edge of Fate launch, it is
Hello, Cold War
gonna be filled
One
with
Source
exotic
Squad.
missions.
Okay, that explains
And
it.
some exotic
World
missions
War II was
from
very
last
bad.
year
I
and
hated
previously
every
as
second
well,
of it.
that are going to be integrated into the whole Portal experience and all the systems.
You
we're talking
could
about,
literally
difficulties, all the
hold an
modifiers,
LMG on
and
shipment,
intended
sit at
to
the
be,
absolute corner on
not
shipment,
only
and
something
just
that-
hold your right trigger, and
exotic
that's it,
missions
and
are
you'd
kinda
get
hard,
kills.
right? They're
That was the entire
mechanics,
game.
they're long,
Spawning in and just
so
dying
we're
to someone across the map through
matching that
multiple
by being like,
barricades.
okay, well,
You see all these 11 containers and he's shooting through those 11 containers because of bullet penetration. And he can see you through walls, and his gun is never running out of bullets.
And you can do Fire Team Finder, of course, to find people to play with. But look, we're really excited that it's like, oh, I can like play this as hard as I want or as easy as I want, whatever whatever I'm feeling like right now. And we're gonna have more to Pinnacle Ops in the future with Ash and Iron that we're not gonna talk about today. So it's actually a good example of like, hey, we're making this new section of the game that we're gonna just keep on building in and tinkering with over time.
Awesome. I sense a segue. We were talking about Pinnacle Ops.
Into the
and
next-
It's kind of
Pinnacle
sad, man,
Power.
that Cold War was
Hello,
your
Josh.
first
Welcome to
COD.
the couch.
Hello. Hi, I'm Josh Galinsky.
You missed out
I'm
on
a
like
staff
some of the best
systems
CODs.
designer here at Bungie. Been here for about 5 years.
Which were all the
And
CODs
I
before
really work with
Cold
all
War.
Our loot, our gear, your power and progression, as you mentioned. Like, you know, what are your rewards? What's the candy you get at the end of your activities and stuff like that? So we spent a lot of time reworking a lot of our stuff in the Edge of Fate, and really 900 is what the internal thing is.
Cold War, then Modern Warfare 19,
made
then
big
Vanguard.
changes to how you engage
Wow,
with power
I'm amazed.
in Destiny. One thing you'll all notice is, I think many of our creators have already noticed.
Give me
in
my
the
Mew
past
Mew.
that there has been a power squish. We've reset players down to 10. Like,
Mew
that is
Mew.
not only to give everyone kind of a fair and equitable starting
Mew
place,
Mew.
and to kind of like reset the
Mew
engagement
Mew.
with power. Also, 2020 power is not exactly the
Mew
most
Mew.
friendly starting
Not
point.
easy to understand if you haven't been wrong.
This is the only reason I'm even excited to play fucking the new expansion so I can become Thor in Destiny.
Beginning of a new thing here. So
I've
we're
been
starting
wanting
off
this
there.
feature for
It's
so
like
long,
all
I
our
can no
equal
longer say I
footing
lost my
with
hammer.
each other, and allows us to kind of build up. You're going to have 200 points of power in the soft cap band.
Intrinsic cap, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And you're going to be able to go and do any activity you want across the game in order to get to that point. Once you get past that, then you enter the seasonal bonus power band, which is where you're going to have to start doing more of the portal activities and the Kepler like world tiers and stuff in order to get the power and progression that you want to get at that point.
Cool. So just to restate it, we're going to start at 10 when we launch. Every Guardian joining is going to be at 10. First 190 levels, so up to 200, that's going to be effectively your base power level.
Yep.
And then as you're going into more powerful activities, higher tiers, that's when you start going up and up.
Right, and you'll be able to get up till 450 power. Up
450.
until not Rise of Iron, but Ashen.
Rise of Iron?
And,
Okay, buddy.
Once you get to that point in the season, then you're going to be able to go even past that.
Awesome. So when we're talking about seasonal
he not
power,
running Winter
is that
Shroud?
replacing the artifact power that we have?
Exactly. Like, we did simplify power a little
Oh,
bit
thank
further
God.
by taking power off of the artifact, and that allowed us to take the power we had there and put it back into the gear. So
Oh, no.
really it streamlines it. It makes it so you're only worrying about your gear power as far as your engagement with that. So it just takes one additional level of complexity out of the system.
Yeah,
Sounds more
speaking
complex
of
to
just,
me.
Like that power climb, like our pinnacle sources have been updated to actually fit and give more agency, correct?
Absolutely. So one of the things I think if you're a longtime Destiny player, you're very used to the pinnacle grind. And you're
Yes.
also used to the limitations that the pinnacle grind puts on you, and like
Yes.
some of the like intricacies that come with that. Like there's been many seasons in the past where I really needed that drop of the boots to come from the thing, and I do my pinnacles, I didn't get my boots. Well, not only are you able to more target farm individual gear pieces now, but also the limit of the pinnacles is no longer a thing. We're going to have some challenges in the game that act as accelerators for you as a Guardian, so you can basically focus on those to get power, like more hits of powerful gear. But
That sounds like a very nice change.
really, once you
I
get past
didn't
that,
think
you
of
can
that
keep
when they
going.
showed like specific
like
gear
everything
pieces
in
on the
is a
portal,
source of
but
pinnacle drops.
Exactly.
As much as you want.
As many times you complete it, with it being up to how you perform and how challenging you make the
That's pretty
activities
cool.
to be how far you
the
can
fact
go.
that you
Right,
can
it's gonna
basically
sort of
get to
achieve
pinnacle
that
cap
score
on
as you
day
go
one
up
if you
higher
wanted
difficulties,
to.
get that better loot.
Right.
And we'll still have curated experiences, correct? So if a player doesn't necessarily want to spend a bunch of time like creating that challenge, we have those offers too.
Yeah, yeah. And
Kind of gives
we
me
do
more of an
have, like,
incentive to get to pinnacle
matchmaking,
cap, so I can go and play
which
other
is, like,
games.
set modifiers for every activity that
Kidding.
aside from
We're not
solos,
going to be
solos
playing
doesn't
anything
have
other than Destiny for the
but
foreseeable
mobs,
future.
Like, you can match with other players, the modifiers are set, and we also have playlists, modifiers are set, but we have more than that too. We have conquests, and those are set.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Just a fun note, we've seen a ton of feedback over the years about players want to play Strike solo, and now
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
a great
thank
point.
God.
Yeah. So the
Can I select the
we-
strike as well?
Kind of going along with the idea of being player driven. If you don't want to play a strike like a Grandmaster Nightfall-esque strike, or even like early like difficulties with other players, you don't have to. You can just play it by yourself. You can take as long as you want.
No more solo
within the
script.
confines of like the modifiers you've chosen to complete the activity and get the loot you have. So that falls into like the what is your mood? Like what is it you're feeling like playing right now? And like of these options, like what's appealing to you?
Awesome. Yeah, I think back to you, Josh, really quick. Just from a high level, we talked about how Infusion is changing in the last blog, which, by the way, you should go read it. Can you give a high level for folks that didn't catch the blog? What's changing?
Yeah, at the highest level, upgrade modules are no longer a part of that Infusion thing. They're still going to continue to exist in the game. They can still drop from legacy content, but you can dismantle those for, I think it's an enhancement core and like 1500 Glimmer.
Can I do it
so,
now?
Like, those are still there. We're going to have a
Can you just make
new,
me get enhancement codes or
unstable
like just trade it
core,
right now so that I
currency
can
that's
get rid
gonna
of all of
exist,
them?
And you're going to use that in addition
And not have to do it
enhancement
next
cores
season?
in order to,
And I have other things to do?
infuse your gear up for the season.
Okay, and a bit of Glimmer too, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And really at its core, it allows us to just have more texture over things. And one thing I should call out is that seasonal power does reset at the end of this thing, and players will be reset back to 200 when Renegades comes out.
Fucking from 450 to 200? Oh,
I
okay,
think,
buddy.
Just last note on the power climb. So during our reveal event,
I mean,
we spoke
it's
about
kind of the
Crucible.
same
Now you
thing
can actually power up in Crucible to kind of keep pace with
as
your
it is
friends.
right
Can you
now.
expand on that a bit?
Yeah, yeah. So there's a time
This is-
in Destiny
that's
past
insane, though.
when you could just play Crucible a lot, and you can get your power, you get great gear, you could like fold in with your friends to play a raid or the challenging content, and we've kind of lost that somewhat over the years. Like it's harder to like feel like Crucible is your identity and really
Yeah,
feel
that
like
is
games
when
are
you
rewarding for
parted
that.
ways with
So
parted ways with
Edge
Activision.
launch
Oh, what is that?
core
Red
game
colored engram?
and the Crucible ops that we have, which is a bunch of playlists inside of it, you're going to be able to like start from that power 10 and just play
Damn,
Crucible.
that's a lot
and
of,
then
lot of
power
loot
drops,
for one
You'll go up
Empire
and
hunt.
you'll eventually get higher tier, be able to get like really great sets of gear that will then be as good as like anything else that you can find in the game. And you can just play Crucible all the way to the power cap if you want to. We are
Okay,
gonna
can
have to
I
perform
give
as we
me
go get
an
more
option to
consistent
never play
rewards,
Crucible?
But it's totally possible.
So like we
And-
can do
and Josh,
seasonal
you mentioned
challenges,
before, too,
assuming
of,
they still
like,
exist.
Trials and competitive Crucible are going to be ways to accelerate, right?
Absolutely. If you're putting
Crucible.
yourself
Yeah,
in
dude.
the pools
Imagine
with the,
playing
like,
Crucible.
higher skill players and challenging yourself, that's how you're going to get your faster
wanted to play PvP,
rewards.
I'd go
And not
play a
to mention
PvP game.
the
Why would I
trial
play
armor
Destiny?
sets and stuff, like they're really cool this time around.
Yeah, we have a unique armor set for Crucible, for Trials. We have weapons, a bunch of cool rewards coming up, and we'll have a preview of that. One of our characters actually has Trials gear, if you didn't notice. But now we have a good moment to look at our seasonal hub. Alan, I'm going to ask you to actually walk us through this.
Yeah, sure. If you notice a seasonal hub up there at the top of the portal screen, if you click into that, you come to the hub, which you're going to have a bunch of daily challenges and weekly challenges, and those are going to give you XP, they're going to give you Bright Dust, they're going to give you extra drops in on a portal activity, but it's going to give you progress towards the weekly reward track there. And the weekly reward track has lots of currencies and
Oh, so instead of seasonal challenges, we have weekly challenges, and they reset each week, so you only have that specific week to do it.
Arsenal tokens, which give you bonus drops from Zavala from the list of weapons or armor you can get from these activities that are going to be higher tier, and they're going to be a higher power than you can get from even getting the best grade in there.
Those are daily
so you want to
challenges.
be doing these, and these refresh every week. And
I
get
like
2
that.
pieces of
It gives me
armor,
a reason to
2
play the
weapons
game.
every single week.
Yeah, and this track is free, correct?
Yeah.
This is all game.
It's
I
all
know
free.
it's
Everything
not
in the portal
meaningful,
is
but at
free.
least it's something to do.
So if you scroll down from here, you're going to run into the Conquest page. Now there's 2 on Expert, 2 on Master, and 2 on Grandmaster, and these are effectively your Grandmaster replacements in the portal. These are going to be fixed power, fixed modifiers, no fire team power, and you get really good rewards for completing it. You'll get 4 higher tier engrams for completing each one.
That are powerful. To give
Yeah,
you,
those are higher power, but you'll only be able to get it one time. But these are really about your journey through the season. As you level up, you can take
They
on
already
the first
played the
expert
end of
one,
stream.
and then the next expert one, and then the Master, and then Master 2, and then finally the 2 Grandmasters. And with Ash and
Classic
Iron, we're going
Bungie.
to be bringing more Grandmaster and Ultimate Conquest, which will allow you to complete the Conqueror title.
Actually,
seal.
really quick gameplay team, if you could go back to the modifiers that you were just talking over. This was a
Oh, they
really
changed
good
the way
example of a
Conqueror
quality of
works.
life feature that came about. We saw a ton of feedback around modifiers, like I'm squinting at these icons, I don't really know what they mean, and now we have them bucketed based on the portal
So,
options.
can I
you
continue
more
with the
easily
guild, or is that a
identify
new
these things
seal
and
now?
understand them.
Yeah,
On
shout
Conqueror.
out to the UI UX team for like making a really much cleaner look for activity.
I like that, you know, I like that your power and then combatant power.
Cool. And then there was one more.
Like, because, like, this is
section
something
on
that
the
they
seasonal
fucking took
hub,
away.
One more tab down low for the Conqueror seal.
Yep. So the Conqueror seal is down here.
Yeah,
You're gonna
it's
be
still the
completing
same thing.
conquests during the season to earn and guild your Conqueror seal. And since this is still the Conqueror seal, it's going to maintain its old gilding. So this is going to be continual.
Awesome.
Yeah.
14 seasons.
Okay,
of
very
Conqueror. Now we're
interesting.
gonna keep on going, baby.
Oh my god.
Awesome. So I'm gonna say we still have a couple topics to cover.
I'm so
Fireteam,
sad I
let's
can't
go
play
ahead,
the shit show at launch.
into
Why
an
not?
activity in Fireteam
Gambit
Ops.
superior always.
Throw on a couple modifiers that you
What do
want
you
to
mean?
go for. Mix and
Or like
match. I'd
to
love for
Crucible?
players to see as
I
you
don't
go
like
through
either.
how
But yeah, if I had
the
to choose one,
score
I'd
is
play
changing,
Gambit
how
over
rewards
Crucible.
can scale, all that kind of stuff.
Can you
Just
show
have
me
fun.
more things about the ultimate and why it's
For the folks
locked?
on the couch, we already went through the seasonal hub, the rewards. We are also having a moment in time where Guardian ranks are resetting.
Yes.
Yeah, if I could get a
Huh?
quick overview. One of you, I believe, Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan.
Guardian rank reset? What?
We took a look. So Guardian ranks when we launched them, the first few ranks.
Please
were
tell
about
me I
learning
can
the
guild them
game,
now.
and then the upper ones were about your seasonal journey and dealing with all the different kinds of things a player might do in Destiny. So we've stripped a bunch of those away and rebuilt objectives to be focused completely on the portal. So it's going to be playing through the various activities, using modifiers, playing all the different conquests, gaining power, gaining all the different kinds of rewards. It's going to be really showing like
interesting.
where you're at in that seasonal journey but purely for the portal. It's not going to reflect any.
I forgot to tell
dungeons.
you,
You're
I'm
not
moving
gonna
from my
have to solo
current
any
town, so I'll be
dungeons.
busy
You're
in
not gonna
building
have to
my
get
house from it. Like, you
commendations.
did tell me that you were moving.
What else don't you have to do?
There's no more expansion.
You said you were
games.
going somewhere like 4 hours away or something?
Those kinds of things. So
I will play here and there, but not like this.
Where
Where are you moving to?
Guardian rank 11 with Ash and Iron.
Yeah, in our original goals when we were talking about
Merit,
Guardian
yeah,
ranks,
you
it
did
was
tell
kind
me
of an
about it.
on-ramp for
You
players
just didn't
new
tell me
or even
when.
old to
Oh, yeah.
know, what do I want to do in Destiny right now? Now we have a lot of stuff in the portal that dovetails into that. Solo dungeons, they still have unique rewards.
Oh, yeah.
They're no longer required for 11 in Guardian rank,
Correct.
but you can still get ghosts, sparrows, emblems, that
We're
kind
not
of stuff.
taking anything away from the dungeons. We're taking away things.
So you're
from
taking
Guardian
away
ranks,
like
getting
the
different
Guardian
kinds of
rank
things back
solo
in.
thing. Can you
And
just
since
give
we're
me some
doing that,
replacement?
The first 5 ranks will still be sort of an on-ramp into the game. So we're going to drop everybody back down to Guardian rank 2 with Edge of Fate and let them go from there. There will be lots of cool things to do and earn and play through in the first
So
few
meaningless
ranks.
number
And
is
then
now going to
starting
be
with,
even more
Ash and
meaningless?
Iron, and every season from then on, we'll reset you back to 6.
Yes, so I took
just
an
like
IRL
we've
quest of
been
my
doing.
own
Awesome.
of building
Yeah,
a
it's just
house
another,
ground up. up.
another portion of
Ground up. Like you're actually
what
gonna
Robbie
go
was
there
talking
with
about
like the
with
bricks and
aspiration
everything,
boards.
and
Like,
just
yeah, I
lay the
have
bricks
my
yourself,
awesome
and then
armor
like
from
polish
all
the
these
cement
higher
on top
tiers.
of it.
I have a new Guardian rank above my head.
Didn't
I've
know
gone to
you
grade, I have this
started the
cool
work
tier
of
5
being a
weapon,
construction
et
worker,
cetera, et
dude.
cetera. So there's a ton to hunt, a ton to chase, and a lot of things to do. And I think at this point it's
Forgot
kind
the
of
shit was
easiest
launching.
to get into Destiny and just know what to play. So
Yeah,
I mean, dude, the new raid is coming out. Like, would you be around for the
The second
raid?
part is that everyone's journey through Guardian ranks is going to be kind of different because, you know, a Guardian rank that tells you to accomplish this kind of power or complete this activity on this difficulty, how you did it will probably be pretty unique to you compared to other players because you chose different modifiers, there's different sets available for the given day or week, and maybe you did it solo, like we're talking about, like, oh yeah, you soloed the master difficulty, like one of the requirements in Guardian ranks, maybe you soloed on one of the conquests, and that's your story, and that's how you got it. And but it's appropriate that
It's fine. I mean,
options
honestly,
for
I
players
never
to
enjoyed
choose
doing the solo
that
dungeons.
match what their own experiences, what they want it to be.
awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. That actually brings us to the end of
Bye.
progression. I believe, Josh, you actually had a couple more things you wanted to say before we left.
Ground up means I will be busy
Really,
supervising,
like,
and my
there's
PC
two
will
things
be
I
here
wanna
at my
say.
current house. How
One
far
is
away is
that,
it?
You know, fire team power's definitely still a thing that's in this game.
Like, I'm assuming
We
you're gonna be
wanna
coming
encourage
back
you to play
home
with your friends, and
each
when
day?
you do play with your
Didn't
friends,
you say that's like 3 or
if
4
you're
hours?
higher
Like,
power
4 hours,
level
yeah?
than them,
Would you
that's
not be
another
coming
thing
back
that can
home,
act as
or
a
would you
nice
be staying there for the day?
accelerator for them, and really, like, you know, increase the bonds of friendship. That's like a core part of the DNA of Destiny, is being able to play with fellow Guardians.
Yes. So as an example, if you're at a tier 4 and I'm only tier 2, I join you, we do a tier 4 activity. I still get tier 2 gear, but it's accelerating me faster into tier 3.
You're going to hit
like,
your
over
score
time.
a lot easier, which is going to help you get those bonus rewards. And
Yeah. Got it. Cool. And then your second note?
And yeah, finally, like, we made a lot of changes to the game in the Edge of Fate. Like, we're definitely going to be listening to you Guardians. We're going to be listening to the data. We're going to be listening to a lot of stuff. This is just the beginning of a new saga. So we've got a lot to do in the future, and I'm really excited about what's coming our way.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, great.
So I have a few bookkeeping topics to hit before we go about the live game. So we've been talking about the Edge of Fate. Right now we have Rite of the Nine going on with our dungeons. And let's see here. Ooh, today, wow, 54 minutes ago, we had a new engram go live, the non-area engram. We introduced this in a previous TWID, but basically
Now
it's a
drive
new
8
engram.
hours a
You
day
can
after a
earn
9 to
bunch of
5
Rite of the Nine
supervision, then
currency,
play Destiny
Rite of the
2.
Nine
It is
currency,
not
sorry.
that worth it.
And then purchase this engram for
Take a
unique
get a
cosmetics
laptop
that
or
have
something,
been,
or get like a ROG
introduced
ally or
over the
something.
past few years in Destiny. So if there are things like the skimmer that is Iron Banner theme, kind of like the wolf theme, that's actually in there, and you have a chance to get that. There are some Crimson Doubles emotes and finishers and other cosmetics, so definitely dive in and check that out. Additionally, we had mentioned Lootapalooza. So a couple weeks just before launch, we're going to start showering players with loot. Starting
Yeah, not
today,
gonna happen.
we have double Crucible loot.
Okay, I've got a
which
better
also
idea.
applies to Trials of Osiris. So if you're
Have
hunting
you
for
heard of
adepts,
this
if
thing
you're hunting for
called
any gear,
AnyDesk?
Crucible, now is a great time to go.
You do an
And, we
AnyDesk
also
from
have, for
your
the weekend,
phone,
a lot of players have been asking,
and then
what
you
maps are
play
gonna
the
be featured?
game using
You got
AnyDesk.
Dissonance, you got Cirrus Plaza, and then you have the last one, which is Eventide Labs. Yeah, we went through, we had a great conversation about what if we had some type maps on a rotation for these last couple weeks. And for the final week of the season, we're going to have Burnout, Endless Veil, and community favorite, Javelin 4. So Trials players rejoice. Players that may not have ever played Trials, get in, get your 4 streak, get some adepts, try it out, and get some gear to loot up for the Edge of Fate. And the final note, we are going to have all dungeons in the Rite of the Nine experience next week. Higher reward rates, higher currency rates, helping you get more of those drops, go into higher difficulties for your adepts, and potentially even get the hollow foil versions with additional perks.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all on the couch for joining us.
You say shoot the
Crew,
engram in
thank you,
2025.
Thank you, everybody.
I should,
behind
but
the
it
scenes.
registers in
And players,
2065.
everybody out there watching, thank you.
What are you shooting from, man?
14 days until
Fucking
new
Alpha
saga.
Centauri?
It has been a wild ride over the last 10 plus years of Destiny, and now we're putting our toe in for the next however many years we keep going, you know?
Here we go.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Much love. We're going to be doing a raid over to our good friend Malachi, so if you want to
Oh, Malachi raid. Oh, let's go, dude.
stream, Malachi, we're handing it off to you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. See you next
Mariachi.
time.
Nice, guys. Thoughts? That looked pretty cool. seems like a little bit more friendly to the power grind. Don't have to do that bullshit power grind anymore. That's pretty cool, right? Thoughts, chat? Anyway, so an honorary engram reveal. Yeah, dude, I'm about to boot into the game right now. We're gonna get in and open some honorary engrams. Alrighty. Time to play some Destiny. I said Destiny. Definitely did not say Destiny. Also, I'm gonna be getting some armor today, chat. I don't know if it's gonna be the new dungeon, not new dungeon, Grasp of Avarice for the week. I don't think so. Anyway, we have like 99 engrams on the vendor. We're just gonna open those, try to get like some armor I can play the game with when the next season starts. Further 9, new quest available. Continue your Conquest of Prophecy dungeon. A new quest is available for a holofoil version of Prosecutor. In-dungeon random drops of dungeon gear are now available in the Prophecy dungeon. Very well. Let's check out the Eververse store before we do anything else. Claim a free gift of Bright Dust. Alright, on the main section, we got the Crab Core emote. Okay. So we got a Omni Oculus ornament called the Mechano Pupil. Pretty cool ornament to use on the Omni Oculus. I'm gonna buy it since I run Omni Oculus a lot. We have the Mod Series shader. Pretty cool shader that if you don't have, you could pick up for yourself. Onto the main Bright Dust section, we got the Potent Mixture, where you can become Walter White from Breaking Bad. Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science. Anyway, we got the Brilliant Idea emote. Anyway, then we got the Pragmat Shell. Interesting. We got the Refit Kite. Very cool. Then we have a M3D1 Angelos. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, then we got a Sunshot ornament called Break Shot. Ooh. Let's buy it. Let's buy it. Let's buy it. Alright, and then we've got 4 shaders. The Arcadian Chill. Butterbark. Argent Teraton. And Ultra Clean. 4 shaders that if you don't have, you could pick up for yourself. And that concludes everything that is in the Eververse store on the week of 1st July. Okay. Ta-da. Let's unlock that. Unlock that. Cool. Alrighty, chat. Let's go to the vendor. Open some of the non-honorary engrams. And spend all our currency. Yeah, dude. I hear you. I hear you. I like that more. Let's run this now. Okay. Sunshot.
everything dies. They've shown me.
We got a new quest for the prosecutor. Just complete that. I believe when we complete that, we would be able to get the title and this. Alright, non-honorary engrams. We can see all the items that are in here, Chad. We got the Queensbreaker ornament that looks like this. Kingmaker. Then we got the Patient Zero ornament. The Siva-themed ornament for the Outbreak. Then we got the Dead Man's Tale ornament, which looks like this. Wow, that looks sick. We got the 1000 Voices ornament that we haven't seen in a bit. Then we got the Ruinous Effigy ornament called the Ashen Icon. Then we got the Divinity ornament called Atropos. Wow. So you can look like the Iron Man laser beam. We got the Winged Wolf Sparrow, or Skimmer rather. Then we got the Fist of Fury finisher. Woo! Let's watch that again. God damn! Then we got the Iron Severance. Holy, that's like, what? Is that an axe or a scythe? Looks like an axe, right? Was that an axe? Yeah, that's an axe. Oof! We got the Golden Age dropkick. There's no way we're dropkicking. Oh my god. My boy Jason about to dropkick Chase. Have you guys seen that vine from like one of the OG days? My god. We got the all 4 battles thing. What is this? Ah, a double barrel. 2 double barrel. Akimbo double barrel shotguns. A sour taste. We got the Commanding Presence emote. It can be Zavala, whether we wanted it or not. The dawn of invention. New kind of guardian is spawned. What are you doing, Hunter? Okay, anyway. Then we got the chair pop. Already have that. I don't know why it's showing it that I don't. I already have like so many of these, by the way. The cowbell emote. You can be an annoying fuck in people's ears. You got the spring shower. Wow, we haven't seen that in a hot minute. Alright, we got the galloping knight. Then we got the heartfelt union. Okay. Back from the crimson days. My god. We got the patty cake. That's from, what, Seraph? No, wait, not Seraph. Or mine? I can't remember. Okay. Then the Whisper Sweet Nothings. Very nice. You got the Woven Shell. Okay. We got the Shank Shell. We got the Crimson Shell. Okay. That Tukel's ship. We got the Ariana's Vengeance. The Sails of Osiris. The Roach VGH. Okay. So we got the Skitterscare. Oh, the spider one? I already have this. I don't know why it's showing. Maybe it's just showing all the things. We got the Ira's Grace. Okay, I see you. We got the Bronco. Okay. Oh, wasn't this the thing that Dash was talking about the other day? From the Forge. We got the SK1 multi-band rover. Okay. The Warside Arrival, which most of you have already seen. It's on the Everwo store so many times. The Cabal Shieldbreaker. Okay. We got the 3 Argent Adoration consumables for taking flight. Okay. Cool. Let's start buying them.
Thing is perfect. Such a
Persevering dance. Wait, that wasn't a part of the list.
Such a fleeting thing. Yours.
Braytech M6. That wasn't a part of this. Comfort dance. That was not a part of this.
More pressing than this.
All 4 battles. All better. Okay. Seen that already. But there's more things to it. We got the simulation shell. Wait, I can make this RGB. Not just the sides. Brown. Bit crush shell. We can definitely make this RGB, can't we? Oh yeah. Very nice. We just spent 6,000 non-honorary manifolds and we didn't get the one emote that I wanted. Amazing. Got the winged wolf thing now as opposed to the all-star vector, but I don't use either, so it shouldn't matter. The gray hornet. Okay. Very cool. So we got the pallbearer. Grave tidings, I'm afraid. The transpose JT24X. Okay. What's the new finisher that we get? The all 4 battles? Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna use that for now. Let's look at the new emotes. We got the sour taste. Yeah, we got that one. What else we get? This, the cowbell one. Yeah. Got this, the comfort dance. Okay. The persevering. The Braytech M6 ornament for the Forerunner. Okay. Alright, chat. Let's go and complete the prophecy dungeon, which is what we need to do for this week's thing. Just did prophecy and we should be done with the title. This is still not unlocked, by the way. Yeah. Not Titan Finder, we got the thing here. Eternity, Prophecy, Explorer, Matchmade, let's go. Wow, all abilities recharge quickly. Casting your super heals you. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to do a fresh run, dude.
Light or dark, nothing changes. Everything dies. You ask a question of pure potential. Death is intrinsic to the answer.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Where's the Toland? I don't even see the Toland. Dad, do you guys see the Toland? Oh, there's no Toland. It's not far now. Oh, why is that light? I was standing in the dark. Yeah, you wanna pick it up? Go on. More dark for you guys. Yeah, more dark. Pick it up. No one's picking it up. Just not. I will pick it up myself. Oh, why is that light? I didn't get the double. Does bro have a double? Bro does have a double. Too easy. No, no, no. Hi Norbus, how you doing, dude? How you been, dude? Should wait, this should work still, right? Yeah. Just chilling. What you up to? Just completing the prophecy quest to get the seal done for it. Bro. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. I see you. What you playing? Threat detector redirection. I don't care about that. Envious trench battle. Also don't care about that. Oh. I did get Eyes of Tomorrow and Anarchy. Nice, dude. Anarchy is pretty fucking good. Don't really use Eyes of Tomorrow very much, but some people like it. Eyes is fun. Eyes can be fun. Eyes can most definitely be fun. Lovely. Oh, spoils farming. Do you get spoils for DSC? I did not know you could get spoils for DSC. Dark. Brother. Oh my god. I should quit this game. I was using Checkbot bot. Took me to chest. Oh. But I'm still very confused. How did you... that was dark. I got light. Edge. Am I in dark? I think so. That was light. I really need to find a different game to play. I got 11 seconds. Okay, this has to be dark. We got dark again. Do you know where I actually buy the new engram? Yes, from the new vendor. I just spent like all of my currency. Pretty good stuff. From the vendor. Also, I'd like to farm some non-array manifold. The currency. I spent all of mine and didn't get what I wanted. If you wanna do some whatever the middle mode dungeon is. New vendor? Not the new vendor, the same vendor at the destination, Ride of the Nine destination here. Let me show you. Go here, the Ride of the Nine destination, and go and talk to the emissary. I really should find a different game to play. Missing all of my shots. I think it's time I retire from FPS games and I join a different league of Animal Crossing. Okay. Alright, buddy. Okay, buddy. No one saw that. No one saw that. Who? Wait, what? What do you mean, who? You can get spoils per week with checkpoint bot. Yeah, no, I know you can get spoils. I don't know you could get Eyes of Tomorrow. Eyes of Tomorrow requires you to kill the final boss. I can't claim them because I don't have engram space. Delete stuff. I got eyes from boss. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, because you said you were spoils farming, so... What am I doing? Which is what confused me. Surely we make it there, right? Yeah, we do. Well, did you see the Destiny stream? Yeah, we did a watch party for it. Not too long ago. Made it just in time, though. What do you mean? Cheers, do you wanna do some eternity mode dungeons? Keep away, Desperado. Firefly hatchling. That's pretty good, right? Firefly hatchling. Yeah, let's put that. Let me equip this. Let me equip that so I can get the thing. Yeah. Okay. What's this? Discord trench battle. Don't care. Okay. I was 35 minutes late. Badge. Running. And 2 dark, 1 light. Shoo! I missed another golden gun, bro. This game is confusing me today. I'm missing more golden guns than I ever have in my entire life. Okay. I don't think we're killing him, but you know, we can try. No, so close, dude. If one of my teammates was not running a fucking 1000 voices, maybe. Fine though. Wrong loadout.
The Nine have given you their answer. We hope it sates your curiosity. You've certainly taught us
Okay.
much.
You're welcome. Let us know if there's anything else we can do.
Rat,
Cool.
you'll use this.
Relax, Moondust.
Malfeasance back
Got
into the
what we
wall.
came
What is
for.
this?
Let's leave the
Rapid
chat
hit,
alone.
Rhyme Stealer on Judgment. Don't care. Lone Wolf Desperado. Don't care. What? Dragonfly target lock on the Prosecutor. Don't think I care. Okay. Then we got the Queensbreaker back in the vault. The Quaff for War with Rhyme Stealer and Rampage. Rhyme Stealer for... no, don't care. Don't care. Okay. 2010. Fine. Care. Alright, chat. Let's go to the vendor and get our new seal. How many manifolds do I have? 646. I can open one more engram. Unless this person gives me any sum for completing. Hopefully I get what I want.
Confront your fate.
Got another Dragonfly target lock. Got the seal and the astrograph shooter. Nice. Eternal. You got a dragonfly target lock on a shiny prosecutor. Okay. Did not give me what I want. Okay. Like how there's like so much of a fucking distance between the two hugs. Yeah, no, there was a couple of things that happened in the stream. Not too much. He was talking about power and the new activity system and the replacement for the Conqueror title. Na-na-na.
Hi there.
Hello. The Dark Age Harness.
All done, all done.
Alright, Chad, we're gonna try and open 2 Celestial Nighthawks here. You got the mobility focus. We want to get mobility and intellect spike, and that's what I want on the Celestial Nighthawk. Let's check. That is dog shit. Mobility and strength. Mobility will give weapons, resilience will give health. What is on my current one? Got mobility, resilience, discipline, and intellect. That is with the mobility mod. No. Let's get some of the exotic engrams from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are at 110. Okay. Mobility discipline. We want mobility intellect. For a damage. Sort. That is not even what I want. Intellect, but low mobility now. Okay, we're gonna open 2 at a time. Now. Yeah, but we got more resilience, which is just turning into health. I need more glimmer. Is there a glimmer that I can collect in the season pass? I don't think so, right? I collected all of them. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Pick up some engrams while we still can. And we also want this. Ambitious rolling. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's open 1 at a time since we're using so much glimmer. And I am going to run out of glimmer. No, it's a decent piece for now, but no, still no. I still want like a mobility and intellect, like pure mobility and intellect. Like, or at least close to it. Honestly, what I do want more, and is probably going to be easier to get, is a Omni Oculus with a high recovery and then a blend on the bottom 3. So honestly, I think I should go for that first, since I have a much higher chance of getting that. That is just garbage. No, dude. High recovery, high strength. Okay, that would work for me. It's a 64, but that's good enough. It's kind of what I wanted. A little bit of intellect, low discipline, but that's fine. 23 strength, 64 base. A little bit of mobility, which is gonna be weapons resilience for health, and yeah, mostly recovery. That's fine. That is a good enough piece to take over. Now it's gonna be about getting a celestial, but we gotta change the mod here and change it back to mobility. Honestly, I've been having low luck with mobility. I think I should go with like intellect instead of mobility. Even though celestial should have a higher intrinsic mobility, but I think they changed that. And I mean, I liked it because I never wanted intellect, but now I do want intellect. So hopefully this is intellect and mobility. It is not. I have so many intellect and mobility pieces that I fucking deleted. If only I'd kept those, huh? If only I'd kept those. Intellect and a decent bit of mobility. And a little bit of class. Honestly, that would do. Like, that's good enough. That's good enough for what I'm trying to do. That's fine. Yeah, let's pick up everything that we can from the season pass. Because that is something that I also need to do. Don't care, don't care. I'm saving that for next season. Saving. Mulligan killing tally. Saving, sure. Saving. We can just pick that up. Materials. We're saving all of this for certain. Saving. Wait. What's the roll on the Celestial again? 17, 7, 12. I mean, it's a lot of wasted stats. Chad, do you think I should go for another one? That's a lot of wasted stats, man. For the bottom half, it's fine. I don't know if I want to waste all my currency trying to get that perfect roll, or if I should just call it a day and be done with it. I really don't know, chat. I really don't. I mean, to be honest, I can regain the currency next month. I can't get the exotic next month. Fine, we'll get it. Yeah, we'll save that for next month. Save that. Let's pick that up for now. I don't know how many more exotic engrams I've got. I don't care about that. Pick you up for now. Carless Blade Hatchling. I don't care about that. Pick up a shard. About that. I'm gonna leave that for now. If I need more exotic engrams, Grave Robber Wobble, don't care. And then I will come back and pick them up. Hipfire Grab Pull Shot, don't care. 180. I'm gonna leave this here for now. Okay. We got 2 engrams. I should pick up some more. Let's go to the earliest point and see where we stopped getting engrams. I think we picked up. Yeah, we don't have any. Anything 160, 170, 173, 180. Okay. That's all the engrams we have in the world, chat. 6 more engrams. Like, we don't even have enough ascendant shards to open those. Should reset. Where do I spend my prisms now? Wait, I can spend prisms on these, right? buying 2 Ascendant Shards because I need to anyway get rid of this. Not enough space. Now I need to masterwork something. Is there some exotic that needs a cipher? In most Gear Falcon, that would probably be very good to masterwork. Three? Bro. I don't think I have enough Ascendant Shards to open this. I can open maybe like, what, 4? Need to get Glimmer. This is the first time I'm using the Phantasmal Fragments since I've gotten them. From spending all my hard-earned Legendary Shards. Okay. Let's open some more and then we'll come back. Let's see what we have. Utter garbage. What's the mod that we have? Intellect. Absolute garbanzo. This is not even promising. That's it. I don't have any more Ascendant Shards. We got a 68 with 1317. The one we have is 1723, so that's better. And we got a Resilience, Recovery, Strength. Don't care about that either. Okay, so that's the best that we got. Cool, that's fine. Not much that I can do. I should also want to go to the... Actually, Zora's here. I can buy some class items. Let's check what class item I need. Zora has class items as well. I believe there's like a few that I need. Okay, Inmost Star Eaters. Do I want Inmost Star Eater still? Star Eater on that. Golden Gun, never. Arc Super, no. I'm not using Star Eaters for that because it's just not a good damage super. White Super, no. I'm not using Star Eaters for that. Strand Super, maybe, but Strand Super is just never viable. And the only super is like the Stasis one. And why would I be using Star Eater with that when I can just probably run something else like, I don't know, Caliban Star Eater or Renewal Star Eater? Boat Racer Star Eater? Yeah, honestly, I'm not running that.
Oh, sorry.
Fine, remove that. Then we got Liar Assassin. If you're not running like Winter Shroud. An Assassin Ladder is a solid option, but that's low on the list. Like, if I get a melee kill, it gives me invis, but I anyway run Winter Shroud, which does give me invis. The only situation would be when I'm not running Winter Shroud, which is pretty much never. But if I were to do that, Why would I not run Winter Shroud though? I'm trying to think. What could I potentially use that would not be Winter Shroud? Like we're running Stylish. Honestly, like if you don't run Stylish or like if you run Stylish, then it shouldn't matter. If you run Winter Shroud, you can probably still run Winter Shroud, and then yeah, honestly, that could be fine if you run like Assassin Liar with like a clone and a slow build. So you dodge, it slows them, then you also leave a clone. Yeah, that's why you need it. Okay, fine. Hoyle Star Eater, can I see any utility with it? No, it's just like to get more grenades and more melees, but you're probably never doing that shenanigans. Unless you run like high stance, and then at that point, why not just run like Combi Blow? Yeah, so Ophidian Wormhouse, that's for PvP. So that's like a low effort right now. Dragon Coyote, that's kind of what I want. So I want maybe just Dragon Focus, yeah. Or Coyote Focus. I can also get Dragon Worm Husk. Dragon is getting reworked, right? So using your class ability would only reload the weapon that's in your hand. Yeah, let's just go with a dragon thing. We both need like to dragon this, and we also need like Caliban Coyote, like in terms of missing, but I don't really think I'd use either. Especially now that the class ability is getting changed. It should matter even less. But yeah, Dragon Coyote is fine. I'll try to get a Dragon Coyote. Let's go check the focus at the... Oh wait, no, it's past reset. Why was I thinking that Zoe was still here? Zoe was not gonna be here. It's past reset. It's not a Monday, it's a Tuesday. Bro. Fine, silly me. Anyway, let's go to the vendor. Lost City vendor. I believe we only have one vendor that still sells materials, and that would be Failsafe, which is at the helm. Alright, Failsafe, can you give me a combination blow armor set for next season? Here's what we're looking for, chat. We are looking for max melee, which is max strength. And then we're looking for a little bit of recovery, so we can get our dodge back. But mostly it's like the strength that I care about. I care about getting like just strength, and like discipline and intellect should be like absolute 0 in that column. Or like 2 rather, which is the bare minimum. Bottom, I would like to have recovery. A little bit, but I'm fine with the other 2 as well. Ideally recovery though. We want strength and recovery. So we're gonna go with strength, because that's the only thing that I want. I definitely don't want discipline, and I definitely don't want intellect. We do just want strength. So we're gonna change this from intellect to strength, and try to get armor pieces, and hopefully we can get some high strength armor pieces here. Also, what is the dungeon this week, I wonder? Let's check. That is Goss. Grasp. Oh, it is Grasp Week. Very interesting. I could not be bothered enough to be doing artifice farms. Not that it matters, but okay. We're gonna open 2 pieces at a time. Check what it is. High strength, high recovery. Kind of what we're looking for. 65. Decent. Definitely not. That's a decent enough starting point. Decent enough starting point. Chat, we only really want like 70 recovery, right? Because beyond that, it's just like going to give you an overshield, like on what you may call it, on like plus 100. So that doesn't matter to me. Let's forget about helmet for now. We'll come back to it if we have more engrams to spare. Okay, let's go to gloves now. Strength and resilience. 26 strength, 62 piece though. And 20 strength, no recovery. This one is objectively worse, but Resilience would be giving me health. I don't really care much about the health. I'm keeping it for now since it is currently the highest, but we're gonna continue opening more. Let's open 2 more arms. Strength and recovery. That's kind of what I want. Not resilience. That one can go. And strength, resilience. Don't really care much. 27 on this, 24 on this. We're losing a little bit. We're gaining a little bit of intellect. Not that it should matter there. We have 9 recovery here and 22 health. Honestly, this might be better because we'll look at the total in the end. So we'll keep both of these for now. Let's do the chest piece now. Let's open 2 chest pieces. Okay. Strength, recovery. 63 decent. We have a little bit of mobility though. So no. Strength, intellect, and recovery. Okay, we're keeping this for now, but we have like a few wasted stat points on intellect. We definitely don't want that. So we're gonna... Our helmet is like the 22, 27, 4. Let's open like 2 more, and let's also open 2 of these as well while we're here. 2021. No, definitely not this. Definitely not that. Let's look at the boots while we're here. High strength. Nice blend. Okay, boots should be pretty good. That's a 29 as well in that stat. 24 recovery, 20 strength. I don't care about that. But yes, boots are pretty good. I don't really think I need to focus any more boots. And then this is looking decent for now. This is looking decent. 27, 24, 20. Yeah, we don't have recovery on that one though. We definitely need a new helmet. No. I'm looking for a very good spike on the helmet here. The bottom half. Okay, what's this? Brand 16. No. Okay, that's much better. 24, 23. Yeah, that's better than what we have. Okay, that's good enough. Let's try it out. Let's go to our Pumpy Blow build. See how it fares up. Obviously, we're just gonna take the resilience off for now. Let's run the full set here, see how it performs. Then 27 on this, 24 on this. How much recovery are we missing? We only need like 7 more, yeah. So this one could be fine since it has higher. So yeah, we get like yeah, we got to 100 strength, and we're at this recovery. Okay. I think that should be fine. What about the other one? Gets us to 82, 105, 82, 103. 30, 40, 30, 20. So we're losing a little bit of health. Discipline 20, 25, 20. Around the same. And this just has more potential, to be honest, for what I'm trying to achieve. Cool. This will give me more health per op though. Can be useful. Yeah, honestly, this one is just better. Fine. It does serve my purpose. Now, on top of this, we're gonna get +5 for strength. So let's see how that looks. I mean, we don't need to. It's just like add on 50. So 153. And then we're going to have like a plus 30 because of the class item, since Caliban Lyre is going to give us melee. So it's going to be 150 plus 30. It's going to be around 180. And this is without Masterworks. Plus 12. Oh no, actually plus 10. 190. We're going to be at 190 at strength. And around 78 on the class item. That's fine. That's looking pretty good. That's good enough. 190 is fine. It's not going to be like 30% bonus damage. It's going to be like 29 or 28. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Good enough. Okay. Cool. Since now that's been taken care of, I still need to go and do some Eternity Dungeon though now. Let's see if I can find people for it. I'm just queuing up in the Crucible to get out of the lobby because it's faster than just holding. Bungie item available for purchase. Congratulations. Only players with your perseverance against the most difficult foes and dedication to the most challenging adventures have unlocked this offer. Okay. Don't care. Let's try to get some people. And let me make a loadout so I can actually do it kind of fast. What is this? Put this is fine, this is fine. Fine. Run this because I don't know if these people are going to be running that. Honestly, combi blow is fine. It is fine. No, but mid damage, then we won't have any DR. Fine. Yeah, we'll run this for the team because I don't know if my team is gonna have anything of decent value. Okay. 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 Okay, cool. Let's rewrite that. And then I want this to be a damage loadout. Definitely don't even want to bother with that. Not that. Cool. Pop this. Sure. Sure. Okay, we're good. Okay. Am I on public? Hopefully I am. Let's check. I am. Hey, dude. Will you play Destiny 2 tomorrow or back to R6? I'm not sure yet. Depends on if I get the emote that I'm looking for. If I get the emote, then I will be back to R6. Otherwise, we'll be playing again tomorrow. I don't really think it's going to take me longer than tomorrow to get it though.
What is the dark, they ask? What is its nature? Why don't they ask the same of the light?
So how you play Destiny tomorrow? Can we do Navigator Catalyst quest if it's okay with you? Unlikely, dude, because like the only reason I would be playing Destiny in the first place tomorrow would be to get the engram. So all you'll find me doing is Eternity Dungeons. So if you want to do Eternity Dungeons, you can come in for that. Let me go and get him. What are you doing, bro? Eagles first.
Guardian down.
Okay. Dark. Oh, come on, dude. It just fucking picked up the light mode. Or the dark mode, I meant. Don't pick up the dark. I cannot res you. Oh, we also have one more. I wasted my super. This is doomed. Switch to the wrong thing. Again. You get 190 per encounter. Yeah. Envious redirection. Isn't that what people wanted? Discord, Paracausal. We got the same modifier here. Daybreak. And we got a Elite Geezer. Damn, the ability regen is so fast. Like, look at that. Holy, that is fast, dude. Yeah, like, to be honest, I don't have any inclination. Just do the thing with LFG or something. Or I can do it after the next season launches. Unlikely that you'd want to do that when the next season launches. Because after I get the emote, I'm not touching Destiny again until Edge of Fate. So I'm just doing as many as I need to get the emote. Did you find it? Gotta pay attention next time. Yeah, there it is. On Jack. Do we see what direction it's gone? You gotta pay more attention to where the Poland is going. Okay, that's the yeah. Logan sees it. Bro, I am doing the same shit again. Lice Paracough. Ow. We got light. Dark. Dark again. Number 3. I'm looking for light here. That is number 4 or number 5? Number 4. Next one would be number 5. Or is this boss? This looks like boss. This is boss. I forgot you had to kill that guy. I instantly started switching loadout. Nice. 190 non-honorary manifold. Pretty much like you get 200 non-honorary manifolds per encounter. Considering that you also get like some for ad kills. Off I go. Well, I can do inventory management till then. But could you imagine how fun sparrows would be if you could ride them in first person? Bungie, take notes. First person sparrows, that's the real deal, huh? Bro, okay. All light everywhere. I missed my golden gun.
That's some bloodlust, hero. It hit me when you were tearing that last pack of Taken apart. What the Nine are trying to say. Light, dark, it don't matter.
Light and dark are not the same.
Didn't say the same, just the difference don't matter.
Okay. Cool. We are now at 966. That would net us 2. Keep away Rhyme Stealer on the hand cannon. Slide shot, opening shot on the shotgun. That's the PvP roll. 1-2 punch redirection. Discard destabilizing. 1-2 punch destabilizing. Cool. Let's go and put the thing, open 2 engrams, and then we'll come back.
I deal in judgment. Yours.
Got the gal ship. Purchase limit reached. Okay, lovely. I could only buy 20 across the event, and it doesn't guarantee you all the items. So now the only thing that I can get is it for free. Is the free version that you get just for logging in each day. Lovely. By the way, when are the days for receiving it? Like, is it starting 7 July or is it just a little bit, not exactly though. Trying to make it look like exactly like the fallen ship. And this is close. This is the closest that we have so far. This is closer. Yeah, so this is the closest that we can get it to look. Your fallen kill. Cool. Chad, let's check out.
The end is here.
They did talk about non-honorary engrams. Let's check what warp that was in. Was it this one? This one? It's these two, right? Oh, right here. I'm blind. Starting July 1st, players may purchase non-honorary engrams using 350 non-honorary animals at the emissary up to 20 during Ride of the Nine, which means that I've already reached the limit of 20 that was done. Starting in July 8th, players will be awarded one additional non-honorary engram each day just for signing in. Just be sure to claim it from the emissary. Okay. So starting next Tuesday for 1 week for Destiny, we get the 7. And I'm assuming because of Edge of Fate, they're going to do an early downtime. Like, instead of a Tuesday downtime, it's going to be like a Monday downtime, and then it's going to stay down. We technically only get 6 more. We have 6 chances to get that emote, and if we don't, then, well, we don't. Cool. So we don't have to play Destiny until July of the 8th of July. Yes? I believe so. Cool. So order of things, chat. Today we have been able to get a class item with high mobility and high intellect, which can build into my damage loadout next season, considering that this would no longer be possible to get next season. Also got a full set of mobility slash recovery, strength slash recovery armor for my hunter, which is the seasonal armor. And this will come in handy next season when recovery and class is also not one of the bonuses. So I mean, I'll be able to get to 100 and like 290 for my, or like 70 for my class item. So that's pretty good. This is not like the best armor, so like the people who really are farming for it in the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, like they'll be able to get like 270 and then have a little bit of stats to spare, but it's not gonna make a big difference. See, small amount. Yeah, chat, that was a fun short stream from for Destiny for tonight. I don't think I want to do much longer of a stream. We're done with Destiny for up until the final shape. Final shape, the Edge of Fate. Holy god. Anyway, chat, I'll be back again tomorrow with some R6. I'm not gonna be playing more R6 tonight since it is like 1:30 for me. Not great time to be switching games and starting. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna be doing R6 from tomorrow all the way up until the Edge of Fate. I will be logging into Destiny every day before stream each day just to get my engram, but I'm not gonna be playing any other Destiny up until the Edge of Fate. Anyways, chat, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you guys again back over tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Cheers and have a good one. Bye bye.